Hey guys, it's Ani. In today's video, I want to share two little success stories for you, which really are just really good reminders of you need to keep going and keep persisting. Also, I want to share some things I do personally that help me, like when I get anxious or frustrated, like if I don't see evidence fast enough and I feel like giving up. Yes, it happens sometimes to me too. um, I want to share that with you guys as well. So let's get into it. So this a client of mine sent in a success story. She actually tried out the bundle course, Manifest Your SP Now and Manifest Money in Abundance Now. So she was affirming she receives money from unexpected places as well. I think I have that in the course. I guide you guys through the whole course. So if you guys like exercises and homework and stuff, it's really like interactive, so that's good. But so she was affirming for receiving money from unexpected sources and places. And this story is so interesting, you guys, because I love stories like this. Like, it shows you the bridge of incidents that had to happen in order for her to receive her manifestation, right? So her friend obviously doesn't know that she's affirming all this. Her friend goes to the casino, wins a lot of money at the casino, and then decides to give her $800 and says, "You've been such a good friend to me. You deserve it more than anyone else. You're always there for me. And I just wanted to show you how much I love and appreciate you." And she received $800, which was from an unexpected place because she had no idea that her friend would go to the casino, that her friend would win all that money and even give her some of it, right? So that is just what I love about this manifesting journey, because you guys will start experiencing more and more of in bridge of incidents like this, and it'll just click for you like, wow, like everything's really orchestrated in the background in my favor, right? Also, the same client, you guys, she did the Manifest Your SP Now because she got the bundle, Manifest Your SP Now and Money and Abundance. So she was having like she had blocks with vacationing with her specific person. It would never work out. She would always wish and hope for it, but every time the time would come and they would get closer and closer to planning it and going, it would never happen. He would prioritize something else, and she was very discouraged about it. So she was like, she said it in her email. She's like, let me just give it a try, right? Let me just try out the course and see what happens. So she worked on the course um, for multiple consecutive days in a row, and her SP planned a surprise vacation for her. I think it's like for 4 nights or something, in an exotic location. And I think it's so amazing, you guys, when you stay persistent. That's one of the biggest um, keys to this is persisting and having faith in the unseen. Now, she had every reason to feel like giving up. She had every reason to look at her past and say, oh, well, it's never worked out in the past. Why would it work out now? Right? Why would anything else be different now just because I'm doing a course or homework or anything? But she gave it a try. She put in the work and she was consistent with it. Now, here's what happens for a lot of you, and this would happen to me too. The consistency and the persisting is not there. That's what I see in a lot of clients. Like, they know what to do, they know how to do it, but they don't persist in the new story, the new desire. They are constantly running back to the old story because the old story and the old evidence just feels so much more comfortable, right? Things that have already happened to us feel more likely and comfortable than things that haven't. But your desire is in the thing that you haven't experienced yet. It's in that moment, right? So the only thing you can do is persist and have faith in the unseen. Also, I would like you to build your belief. This has helped me a lot in the past. This has helped my clients a lot in the past. Building your belief. If you feel like there's no movement happening in whatever you're manifesting, like if you're manifesting a lot of money, or if you're manifesting your specific person, right? And if you feel like there's not much movement, put your focus on a few other things. Start on a daily basis practicing your everyone is you pushed out power. Start affirming, for certain people say certain things to me. When it happens, you are literally convincing yourself. When it happens, you kind of don't really have an excuse to not apply this in your specific person department as well. Because when you keep seeing evidence of everyone is you pushed out is working with other people, there's no reason or rule out there that says it's not going to work out with your specific person either, right? I think a lot of us have made excuses when it comes to our specific person, like, oh no, it just won't work out with them. Maybe it'll work with everyone else in my reality but them. Well, if you're thinking that way, what you're really doing is you're affirming it. You're affirming, yeah, my affirmations and everyone is you pushed out works for everyone else in my reality except with my specific person. So you don't want to affirm that. You're going against your affirmations if you're thinking that way. So we want to catch it and go back to a more neutral place. Practice it. Go back to basics. Start not just affirming for like cars or rainbows or free dinners or coffees or anything like that, but use it with people so you can see that your assumptions, your intentions, your affirmations are received by those people. The thought transmission is happening, right? That's what helped me a lot, and that's what's helping my clients a lot too. Like, for example, this client that got $800 randomly from her friend as a gift, and she never expected it. She never thought to like affirm for that, but she gave it a try to affirm for money comes to me from unexpected places when she wouldn't really affirm for that, right? So we want to kind of go out of the norm, out of our usual norm, and put ourselves in a position where it's more of a successful end goal. Money comes from me from unexpected places. My SP plans vacations for me and loves going out with me, loves taking me out on nice trips, loves to be in my presence, things like this. Most likely you guys aren't thinking those things because number one, you may be feeling like it's fake because it's never happened before. So why would it happen now? Which is coming from reactor mode, lack. Maybe you're thinking, well, my past evidence hasn't shown that, right? So why would I think it's going to show me anything different? This is all like what you're doing is you're using your old 3D story as a reference, which you don't want to. You don't want to use what you don't want, that reality, and you take cues from there, right? We can't, that's why we have an imagination, because if stuff isn't working out the way you want it in your 3D, we go to our imagination. That's what it's for. It's not just for childhood, your imagination. If it was, I mean, your body's so intelligent, it would stop working at some point in your life, right? So it's still working your imagination because that's where you go to. You got to be 10 steps ahead, right? So you go here. If whatever is happening in your reality and you don't like it, you need to go here. Affirm it, imagine it, visualize it. Repetition, repeat it, keep repeating it. I am that. I am that. Go to the new story, you guys. Stop beating the drum of the old story. Um, and all of this is coming from my personal experience. All of this is coming from my clients' success stories. Like, and I know it's hard, you guys. This is probably the hardest thing you're going to do because it's not comfortable to go from what you know to the unseen, what you don't know, and it feels like hope. But your power and your faith need to be in the unseen. It needs to be 10 steps ahead in your brain. You can already picture and visualize a better story, right? The whole reason you desire something is because your desire desires you. The whole reason you desire anything is because you can think your way there. You can affirm it there. You can persist through it there to there, right? So I would suggest you guys building the belief. If ever you get anxious, doubtful, build belief through small things, through people. Because if you're manifesting a person, you want to see evidence of your power through people. Yes, it will help if you manifest like cars and rainbows and things like that too, but when it has to do with other people and you see them conforming to your assumptions and desires, then you see with your own eyes that I did that. People actually had to say things, think things, do things in order for me to receive that message from them. It becomes more believable within you. This is practice. It's like we don't become an Olympic gold medalist in a night, right? So practice makes perfect. And please don't be discouraged if you haven't gotten your manifestation yet. Please don't be discouraged if you feel like, no evidence, I don't feel good. Remember, get back to a neutral place. Remember, we want to go back to the basics as much as we can, because when we're not remembering the basics, what happens is you spiral. You get too deep into the scary, doubtful thoughts. You forget how all of this works, and then you just spiral, and then you may do things that you would regret later in your 3D, right? Which will be harder to get back from. But also, for example, this client, she was manifesting vacation time with her SP, and she had blocks because she was constantly taking her cue from her 3D. She was constantly going back, but this didn't happen in the past. We never really had a breakthrough with the vacations, because every time he would prioritize something else, she constantly kept going to the past, to the past, to the past. You're not going to create anything new if you go to what's already happened. You created that old stuff from your old thoughts. And what happened is, this is exactly what happens, you guys. You want something new in your reality. But instead of going 10 steps ahead in your imagination or your mind or your affirmations or your story, you keep looking at 3D. Okay? You look at 3D, there's nothing there that you like, and you're like, focusing on it, which is creating more of that current 3D. So you're now bringing in that experience more and more. And then you're turning around looking at 3D again, saying, oh, see, it's not changing. It doesn't change. And you keep focusing on it. And then you keep bringing yourself back into that situation where it never changed. So you're caught in this cycle of no change, viewing it, not changing my story, focusing on it, not changing my story, receiving more of it, and then viewing it more, like focusing on it more, not getting a change, and then getting frustrated. You eventually have to get to a point where you understand that I cannot focus on this anymore. The focus and time and attention needs to go on the new story. It has to. Focus creates, thoughts create, affirmations create. Everything internal is creating the external. So are you focused? The majority of your time, is it focused on your desire, or is it focused on the past result you've received so far? When I started really focusing on what am I thinking? Past? Am I taking my cues from the past 3D, or am I going forward to what I want? When I would ask myself that question, I would get my manifestations much faster. Same with my clients, right? So once my client started changing her focus from what's already happened and all those failures to actually what she would prefer, and use the majority of her time and focus on that, she got the new evidence from her SP. Now, here's the thing. I've seen a lot of videos of people saying, like, uh, everyone's you push out is manipulation, whatever. No, it's not. You're changing your thoughts, assumptions, and beliefs of a person, but you're changing your thoughts and assumptions and beliefs, right? So you're changing the way you see someone. You're changing the way you see a scenario to be. The only thing you're changing is your outlook, your perspective. Yes, other people start behaving in a different way once you change your internal story to a better feeling one. Correct, a better version. Yes, they conform to it, but it has to be yours within, the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, the beliefs, the assumptions. It has to be within you, so you're only changing yours, not anyone else's. So you're not really manipulating anyone, you're just applying the law of assumption. Once I change my assumptions, I will see a different behavior, a different characteristic from that person. And if that person, which this is law, if that person is reacting to your assumptions about them and behaving per your assumptions about them, why would you want to assume anything negative? Right? You don't want to. But what you're doing is you're looking to the past. You're looking at a time where you did not know about law of assumption. Maybe you didn't know how you're viewing that person. You were just reacting to their actions, and that reacting was causing them to behave more and more in that negative way. And then now you came and you found out about law of assumption. And now you need to understand that the reason those people acted the way they did was because of my old thoughts about them. It only takes one behavior from a person for you to create a negative thought about them. But what you do with that negative thought matters. If you maximize that negative thought with focus, 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 guess what? They're going to turn into a jerk in your reality. And then you're going to ask yourself, why me? Why me? Well, now you know why you, because your thoughts create your reality. Your assumptions of people create them to behave in a certain way in your reality, right? And guess what? The same way you create the negative assumptions of them, you can just dismiss all the negativity you've lived per your old thoughts and start going within. Go 10 steps ahead to a desired story. Start playing that out, and then you'll get the better version of that person, and it'll be just more enjoyable experience for you and them as well. I hope I'm making sense, you guys. If I'm making sense, comment down below. I really want all of you guys to succeed, because I went many, 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 many years of not knowing law of assumption, but knowing my specific person. And throughout those years, feeling like I'm powerless, I created very bad experiences, like not enjoyable ones. Behavior was off, characteristics were off, and I kept viewing that person in that way, and I kept getting that back. And it doesn't feel good, right? So then when you come across law of assumption and you know your thoughts and assumptions create, you get a little scared, because now you're like, wow, all the responsibilities on me, all the powers within me, could I really do this? Your doubts start, that Karen in your head starts messing with you. But just know, forgive the version of yourself that didn't know what you were doing at the time. Forgive the version of that person that was just responding to your assumptions at the time. Forgiveness is very important. Forgive, and now that you know how powerful you are and that you are the only one creating your reality, apply it, put it to the test as much as you can on a daily basis with every experience in your life. Just like my client did. She got the money, she got her SP, and she's going to be working on it more and more. But I want each and every one of you to succeed in finances and money and jobs and careers and people and places and things and everything. You are so powerful. You don't even know the half of it yet. You will know along the way. But I just want you guys to apply it. Practice, 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 practice. And please don't be hard on yourself. I have hard days all the time. I know what I'm doing. I have all these success stories from clients and in my personal life as well. But still, you haven't been doing law of assumption from the day you were born, right? I mean, it worked from the day you were born, but you weren't conscious of your thoughts, and you weren't aware that you're that powerful, right? So you not knowing it is way longer than you knowing it, right? So don't be hard on yourself. Sometimes the not knowing version of you comes along and tries to, the ego, right? The pride. It's like, are you really that powerful? Right? It messes with you, but it's okay, you guys. Your your truth, your power is way more powerful than any voice in your head, way more powerful than your ego and all of that. Okay? So yes, if you guys are interested in any of the courses, any of the bundled courses at a discounted rate, I have the 3 bundle courses, 2 bundle courses. They're all available. I still have the separate courses as well if you guys just want to try one. Everything is going to be on our website, and the links are going to be in the description box down below. We still have that contest going for 3 free coaching sessions with the coach of your choice. All you guys have to do is like, share, and subscribe to our channel and leave a comment down below. I love all of you guys. I appreciate every single one of your comments. I read them. I love them. I love you guys. You guys are, it's such a beautiful community we have, and I'm happy that we're all like hyping each other up, and the hyping is necessary. I know. I've been there. The anxieties and the scary thoughts, I've been there, you guys. But you can do this. I did it. My clients are doing it. You can do this. Keep going. Keep persisting. All right, guys. Love you. See you.